finesse double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernails dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. You sick of the pain, no one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog, all fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And some space here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5. The 30.
Demarcus Lawrence on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field, the extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Jets.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. Tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw on 4th.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Prescott looks to throw on 1st, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On first down, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Fields on first down.
Dancing to his man, a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long, it's Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out Got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So they left the pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there, worked out.
Yeah, I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 12, Fields. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
from the 50. Here's Fields. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And a check down complete to Hall. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Moore, the man in motion. Here we go on 4th down. Fields steps away to his left. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Moore, the man in motion. To the air again, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Slot man moves right. Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fields. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run up a bunch more plays.
On 4th down, Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Play action, Fields. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Who dumps this one off here to Hall? Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Fields throwing again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Well, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. a better effort to take it all the way back for 6? And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He'll buy some time right. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he stops the clock with 12 seconds left to play. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Fields. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. All eyes on Fields. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Jets take over first down again at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime by Fields. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, they only need about a half a foot. It's overtime, but they're back in their own territory.
And you know those decision makers that are battling inside the head coach's mind right now? One saying, hey, offense is pretty good. Other one saying, no, rely on your defense. That's what you got to decide in this situation. Where do you have the confidence? That determines what you're going to do.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Back to throw, Fields.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jets, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.